Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new ptcgo Unbroken Bonds deck profile video. So today, I realized that I didn't have a video prepared for today, which is Saturday, because I wanted to do a St. Patty's deck, which I thought today was St. Patty's Day, which I was wrong. Tomorrow is St. Patty's Day. So I got the dates mixed up, and I didn't have a video prepared for it today because tomorrow's video is going to be on a little St. Patty's Day deck. So instead, guys, we're going to be doing another Unbroken Bonds deck profile video. We're going to be doing a deck profile video on a deck I've been sitting on for a bit. This is going to be my Machamp and Marshadow and Landorus deck. Very cool deck that I've come up with here for Unbroken Bonds, and I'm kind of hyped to cover it since, well, no one's really looked at Machamp in a deck sense yet, and this is going to be the first Machamp deck that I'm going to be doing and covering. So I'm hyped to try this deck out also when it comes out. Before we get to today's ptcgo Unbroken Bonds deck profile video, guys, shout out to the sponsor Card Cavern TCG. If you guys ever need to get any ptcgo codes, or if you guys are ever looking for any pack codes, if you also need any Elite Trainer box codes, maybe you're looking for like Zapdos promo, Jirachi promo, try to get hands on that beautiful boy. Card Cavern TCG, best place to get codes, and when you order something from Card Cavern TCG, use the discount code LDF, get a 5% discount on your order, and all is good in the hood. So yeah, shout out to Card Cavern TCG, the sponsor. Now let's take a look at the deck. So this is going to be Landorus with Machamp. Both of these are new cards that have come out. Fighting types get a little interesting with Unbroken Bonds. We're going to be getting Machamp. Fighting Dojo is going to be a thing. So we're going to go into the deck. So Landorus here is going to be your first attacker, or kind of like your early game aggression type of attacker. So Landorus is an okay card. So it's got 120 HP. So it's got the attack, linear attack, which is 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Not too bad. Obviously, you can still hit the active. Thankfully, it's not just committed to the bench. So you can hit the active for 30. Diancie will turn that to 50. Choice Band will turn that to 80. So your damage output is pretty solid, I guess. 1 for 30 ain't bad. What we're really going to be looking at, though, is Landorus' second attack here, Power Cyclone. So Power Cyclone states, move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon. So the idea with Power Cyclone, and kind of a similar vein to like Gardevoir Sylveon Tag Team, which kind of does the same thing where you move energy. You can also combo this as like a Yveltal EX type of effect. But what we're going to be doing with Power Cyclone, you're going to hit for 60, and we're going to move one of the energies back to Machamp, or to another Landorus on the bench, or to another, like a Buzzwole on the bench, for example. So the idea is we want to be doing, we want to be attacking with Landorus, and we want to move that energy to one of our bench Pokemon to power up, specifically something like, say, Machamp, which could be pretty good. So you build up Machamp, you build up a Buzzwole, so that's a pretty nice way to kind of utilize your energy. Landorus only has 120 HP, so again, it is pretty fragile, it is pretty weak, it'll get knocked out a lot of the time. So while you're moving the energy to them, you're building up your attackers. Landorus might only take a couple of hits. 2 for 60 isn't terrible either. Obviously with Diancie you can do 80, with a Professor Kiwi you can do 100. So your numbers can actually stack pretty quickly with Landorus, and that's going to be the goal. Now, I am playing a lot of tools in this deck, as you can see. I'm playing 3 EXP shares, 2 counter gains, and a choice band. Now, the reason I'm playing EXP shares, we're going to be putting EXP share on our Machamp and Marshadow GX. So when Landorus does go down, you will usually have 2 energies on it, unless you do use the counter energy effect to move the energy back to Machamp. But usually you'll have you'll have 2 energies on. So the first energy, when you do the attack Power Cyclone, you're going to move the fight energy to the Machamp. So you'll still have 1 energy on Landorus. So then when it gets knocked out, that energy can go on to either Machamp or Buzzwole with the EXP share on it. And then if we use Magirna's ability, Change Clothes, which takes a tool off, we'll just take the EXP share off, move it to something else. So that's kind of the idea here with this archetype, is it's all going to be about moving energy and building up attackers on the bench, and rinse and repeat. And the big attacker we're going to be building up is going to be Machamp and Marshadow. I do have 3 in the deck. I don't know if we really need 3. I think maybe 2 would be better. So we'll look at what Machamp and Marshadow does here. Of course, Machamp and Marshadow is a 270 HP Tag Team GX Pokemon. It's a very, very big card. It is weak to Psychic. That's one of the main problems I can see with this card's competitiveness, is it is weak to Psychic. So its first attack is Revenge, which is one of the best things about this deck. Revenge, for 2 energies. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack during the last turn, this attack does 90 more damage. So then Revenge will come in swinging for a nice clean 120 damage. With Diancie, you do 140. With a Choice Band, you do 170. With your Kiwi, you do 190. So your numbers just rack up pretty quickly with Revenge. And Revenge is just really nice and strong for 2 energies. We can also use Counter Gain with this, which is why I like having the 2 Counter Gains, because you can use Counter Gain with Revenge, and then turn Revenge into a 1 energy attack. That's pretty powerful. So Machamp can do some pretty good things with Revenge. Its other attacks aren't terrible either. We can build up to its other attack, 100 Blows Impact, which for 3 energies does a solid 160 damage. And again, because we're moving so much energy with Landorus and with EXP shares, we can build up the 100 Blows Impact, hit for a nice clean 160, knock something out with like all the other boosters. And then we have its GX attack, Acme of Heroism GX, which does 200 damage for 3 energies if this Pokemon has at least 1 extra energy attached to it. If it would be knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, it is not knocked out, and its remaining HP becomes 10 instead. So we can utilize this GX attack a lot also, basically to be able to sponge hits. So we can only use this effect like once per game, but the effect is still really good regardless. If we're ever in a situation where we feel like we'll get knocked out, we can just do that GX attack, and then Machamp should take us more than 1 prize, because it won't get KO'd. So if you're not sitting there with the GX attack, we should take another prize with it. So that's going to be one of the cool things. And we need at least, what, 4 energy to build it up. It's not that bad, because we do have all these energy cards. We also have, like, energy, you know, what am I saying? We have Counter Gain, EXP Share, we have Landorus. So it's not going to be too hard to build up for Machamp. So that's one of the nice things about Machamp here. I do like it quite a bit as an attacker in this deck. Now, the other attackers are going to be Buzzwole. We might as well play the Buzzwole. We do have 2 copies of Beast Ring in this deck also, and 10 fighting energies. So we can build up Sledgehammers and Swing Arounds, which is good. Diancie's obviously going to be in the deck for the boost of damage. There's no Buzzwole GX in here. I guess it is something you can consider. You can play like 1 Buzzwole GX, but we are playing the other, you know, the normal Buzzwoles, which I think is better because 2 of your main attackers, you know, including the Buzzwole, I guess the Marshadow, and then also Landorus are all non-GX Pokemon, so it's kind of nice to have them be that way. Now, we are playing 2 Marshadows. Marshadow Let Loose, really nice disruption, but we are playing the other Marshadow, the new one, which counters Ultra Beasts, or specifically Buzzwole. So its ability Reset Hole, once your turn before you attack. If this Pokemon is on your bench, you may discard any stadium in play. If you do, discard this Pokemon and all cards attached to it. Not terrible. We can definitely use this to get rid of like Thunder Mountains. Though we do play 4 stadiums, it shouldn't be a big issue. But we're really going to be looking at Red Knuckle, which for a colorless energy does 10 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an Ultra Beast, attack does 60 more damage. So we can hit an Ultra Beast for 70. If Buzzwole's already heavily damaged from Machamp's Revenge, or Linear Attack, or Landorus Attack, we can knock them out. Or we can like play Kiwi 180 them. So Marshadow's really nice. You can one-shot baby Buzzwoles. You can take out Nihilhegos and stuff like that. So yeah, this baby Marshadow is a really good card. Now we go to the rest of the deck. Lele, Magearna. Again, Magearna's changed clothes. You kind of move around your tools. We are playing Counter Gauge, Choice Bands, EXP Shares. We're going to look at the other tools in here and all the other items. We got 1 Rescue Stretcher to get back our Pokemon. I am playing 1 Escape Rope and 1 copy of Switch for like switching cards. 4 Ultra Balls, search for a Pokemon. 1 Field Blower. Field Blower I think is really good. Field Blower is going to be okay in this new Unbroken Bond set. There might be some tools to get rid of. 1 Choice Band. I really do want to play more than 1. Again, this is kind of like the first rough draft of the deck. This isn't like the finalized build of the deck. So if you want to play like 3 Choice Bands or 2 Choice Bands, take something out. Again, this is a rough draft of the deck. If you guys think there should be anything that could be taken out, definitely comment it down below because I would be curious to know what you guys think can be taken out of this deck and could be added. Because again, this is kind of like a first rough draft of the deck. 1 copy of Nest Ball. We have 3 Brookwood Hills, so we can kind of get away with the 1 Nest Ball. I think the 1 Nest Ball is fine. As long as we have our boy Brookwood Hills, we're good. We have our Ultra Balls too, don't forget. 3 XP Shares, really good card to help build up Machamp. 1 Switch again. 2 Counter Gains. Again, Counter Gain you can use with Revenge, you can use it with Swing Around. You can also use it with Landorus here and then do its attack for just a single energy. So that's why Counter Gain, I think, is such a cool card in this deck. It's a huge player. 2 Beast Rings, so we can build up baby Buzzwole. My supporter count, 4 Cynthia, 4 Lily. I am playing 2 Bill's Analysis. We do have a lot of important cards in this deck that are item cards, you know, XP Shares, Counter Gains, Beast Rings. So we can use, and we can also get our stadiums, right? Brookwood Hill, Fighting Dojo. So we can play Bill's Analysis to get them. You can also play Green Search if you really wanted to. But the thing with Green Search is you can't have any GXs in play when you play it. I'm pretty sure that's the effect. So we can't even utilize that effect because we can't use GXs in play. when we use green search, which is kind of a bit of an issue, but it is, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. 3 Brooklets, 1 Fighting Dojo. Brooklet Hill can get us most of our, you know, fighting types. Fighting Dojo, as you may know, basically a non-Ultra Beast Pokemon with a basic fighting energy on its attacks will do 10 more damage. However, if the player is behind in prizes, then their fighting Pokemon attacks that's a non-Ultra Beast with the fighting energy on its attacks will do 40 more damage. So with this, we can actually have our Machamp GX do more damage. We can have our Landorus do more damage. That's one of the things about it that I really like about it. So we're going to be running one of those. Maybe 2 is better. We can pop this down at any moment and get a nice damage spike. 10 fighting energies. I am playing 1 counter energy. Now you can't use counter energy with Machamp, but you can use it with Buzzwoles, and we can use it with Landers, and this lets your Landers attack for free. And the counter energy would still be on Machamp as a colorless energy, which is kind of nice. So yeah, this is going to round out my Landorus Machamp deck. Again, pretty rough draft of the deck. You know, there might be some room for improvement for sure. But again, you know, the set hasn't come out, stuff like that. So, you know, once the set comes out, definitely going to be excited to try this archetype out. So if you guys enjoyed today's PCGO Unbroken Bonds deck profile video, definitely drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to help me the road to reaching 5,000 subs. I keep forgetting now, we're at 4,000 subs. So yeah, subscribe on the road to reaching 5K subs if you haven't subbed already. Again, you know, it'd be greatly appreciated. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. If you guys want to see another Unbroken Bonds deck profile, definitely comment down below. I had some requests for Greninja and Zork, so I might be looking into that for my next Unbroken Bonds deck profile video. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day, and peace out. Check out card cover TCG also, and don't forget, use code LDF. And yeah, have a good day.